Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Ellie, and on this channel I budget both mine and my husband's income. I'm currently 24 years old and I don't have any kids. My husband and I are both working jobs where we will be making variable income, so I figured it's time to get our money in order. If you aren't new here, I am so grateful to have you back because I haven't uploaded in a year, and I also haven't uploaded since before then for like a year or two as well. So it's been a while. I made this channel, I think, when I was 19 or 20, when I was still in college, and it was a different time, but it's time to get back into it. This is probably the most money you will see on this channel for the near future, to be honest. My husband and I, like I just mentioned, we both work jobs where we will be making variable income. What I mean by that is our hours are different every month, and it all depends on how much we are able to work. I am a substitute teacher currently. My husband is about to become a substitute custodian. This is from his full-time job as a custodian, but he will now be working as a sub-custodian with hours for like game cleanups and things like that. So yeah, we will see what happens from here. If you are wondering for a little bit of a life update, I'm gonna try to keep it brief because I know I can talk a lot, but I did graduate with my bachelor's degree, and I am a certified teacher in the state of Washington in elementary education. I also went back to school to complete my master's as well. And I recently just received my endorsement on my certificate, so I am now endorsed to not only teach elementary education, but I can also teach English language learners. So it kind of broadens the horizons of jobs that I am able to get. You're probably wondering why I'm a substitute teacher. 2-3 years, I don't even know how long it's been after I graduated with my bachelor's degree. The reason for that is because in my state, at least on my side of the state, there is not a teacher shortage, and a lot of districts around me are actually laying off teachers, and so the competition is very, very insane. So yeah, I would love to be a teacher. I did do a full year of teaching in 2023, but that was a temporary position. So yeah, I'm trying to be a teacher. I'm trying to make more money. A lot of our expenses and plans for buying this house, just as an example, were based off of me having even a teacher salary, and especially me having a teacher salary based off of my master's degree. But unfortunately, I'm doing my best, and this is the current state that we're in. So pray for me, cross your fingers, that next year I will finally get a teaching position. But until then, I am subbing. So with that, that means my husband and I won't have insurance. We are just getting paid for the hours we work. So let's just get into all of the categories and exactly what my October paycheck breakdown is going to look like. And I'm sure as we go on, and the more that I film and get back into the routine of budgeting and uploading videos for this channel, I'm sure more details will come up and I will go into more depth. Right off the bat, as you can see, this is for the entire month of October. So this money is all of the money for all of the hours worked in August. So the way that schools work, it's kind of crazy, but you get paid at the end of the month. The good thing about both my husband and I working in schools is that we have the same payday. So we will only get paid monthly. As of right now, I'm only planning on doing a budget with me and a cash stuffing monthly. I'm just not in a place right now where I can dedicate the time to break up my paycheck and do it weekly or even bi-weekly. So for now, expect monthly videos, but the way that schools work, at least where I'm from, you don't get paid until the end of the month, and it's for the previous month. So if I get paid September 30th, for example, all of that is hours worked in August. So I'm really, really hoping that we can work as much as possible to be able to pay our bills, because you guys will see very quickly how much of our money goes towards bills. It's scary, frightening, but that's why we need to be on top of it. So I kind of messed up, but honestly, I kind of like how neat this looks that I might not even change it, but you will see some new categories and things on this budget breakdown, this paycheck breakdown that weren't on previous ones. I'm hoping this is more of like a streamlined, solidified budget, but let's just get started. So, like I mentioned, we are working with $3,450.91. This 91 cents is most likely not going to be used and just go towards our checking account buffer. But for groceries, we will be budgeting $350 for the month of October. For gas, we will be budgeting $200. For our down payment on our house. So previously this was listed as rent. Right now, my husband and I are renting to own my grandma's house, and we are on a contract where all of our rent payment now is going towards a down payment. And then once we have a certain amount of money, we will use that money as our down payment and officially buy the house. So we have been putting $1,000 monthly. When I get into my cash stuffing in my next video, I will go into more detail about how much money we have there and kind of like what's going on there. But we put in $1,000 monthly. Our phone and internet is paid together through Verizon. And so for both of our phones and for our Wi-Fi, we pay $180 a month. For utilities, this is electricity, water, and garbage altogether, and this is $325 a month. For our subscriptions, this is Adobe, iCloud, Spotify, Peacock, and Netflix all put together, and we put in $66 a month for all of those. Student loans, you guys, it's time for me to start paying my student loans. It has officially been at least 6 months since I finished my master's degree, and I'm not in school anymore as a student, and it can no longer be deferred anymore at this point in time. And the current payment is $216. I would love to get this paid down as soon as possible. Unfortunately, you will see how much money we are left after paying our bills, and you're gonna see we might just have to be making monthly payments for the near future. But hopefully later on into the future, we can cut this down a lot more. Property taxes, I think we pay this annually, so it's about $250 a month. Home insurance, we pay $150 a month. Car insurance, this is both for my husband and I's car, so this is $90. For pets, we are currently putting in $250. This is for a Petco subscription for grooming, but also for their food, and then we also have extra money. It's not $250 a month, but we also put in extra money for purchasing food in bulk, but also any other pet needs that they have, like vet visits and things like that. So we try to put in $250 a month. And then fun and dates, this is a variable expense. This is just for my husband and I, more for eating out, but also like if we want to go to the movies or go on any other type of date, this is that one. And we are gonna put in $100 for the month of October. Again, this can be more, this can be less, all based on our budget. So I'm going to take all of this together and subtract it from this total. And I'm just gonna use my handy dandy iPhone calculator like I have always done. Maybe later on I'll get more aesthetic, but we don't have that yet. So $3,450.91, and we are going to subtract all of these totals. We are left with $273.91. So I'm just going to take this pen so it kind of stands out more, and I'm going to put $3,450.91 minus, and I'm just gonna write expenses. We have $273.91. Not a lot of money monthly going towards all of our sinking funds, but hopefully we are able to make it through until either of us gets a full-time position. Hopefully me. I'm really hoping that it's me. So this is how much money I have left to put into my sinking funds. These are all funds that don't need to be stuffed every month or every week or every paycheck, whatever. So if I just so happen to have zero, we would survive because we have these paid. But these are ones that we would like to build up to save for the future, or just to have extra cash to spend. And yeah, so this is what changes on a monthly basis or on a paycheck basis. Oh, I forgot. I need to add all this up. That's what I should have done first. See guys, I'm very out of practice here. So let me actually add this up. I guess I could just subtract, right? Oh my goodness. This is, can you tell I haven't done this in a really long time? All right, so it's $3,177 towards our bills, basically. Bills, basic needs, fixed and variable expenses. This is a lot of money compared to our monthly income, I know. I'm going to really try to monitor this month how much is being spent on our variable expenses that aren't fixed and see if we can cut down a little bit more. We will see. But so far, this is what we have, and I'm hoping that it's just a learning month and we can take over in November and see what we can change. But for now, let's go on to our sinking funds. So this first fund here, it's Ryan's Hobbies. This is my husband's spending account, basically. So he can really use this on whatever he wants. I am only putting $5 into each of our sinking funds. And actually, I'm just gonna pull up my calculator and keep it on the screen, so that way we can make sure that we are spending all of our money, well, not spending it, using all of our money in our sinking funds, and we don't have any weird things going on. So I'm gonna subtract 10 for both $5 in both of our hobby envelopes. So we're left with $263.91. I'm gonna move on to home. In home this month, we're going to put $50. This envelope is more just for like, if we need toiletries, if we need like cleaning supplies, anything that we need for our home or we want for our home, we're gonna put $50 this month. For health and wellness, I'm only adding 10, but we will see what happens with insurance-wise. This week is actually my husband's last week working his full-time job, and so we do have insurance for a very short period of time, but we will see if we're going to self-fund our insurance or if we're gonna just kind of like self-pay co-pays and things like that. We have to just see. So I'm gonna try to build this up until we get to that point. I know $10 is like nothing, but it's all we can work with right now. So the next fund is emergency. I'm actually not gonna add anything into emergency because it does have $1,000 in it. Car maintenance, I'm adding 50. You guys, right now my car is acting up. My husband is actually outside working on my car right now. I don't know what's going on. So this is probably gonna be depleted very soon. Gifts, I'm also gonna add 50. Christmas is coming up, so I would like to build this up as much as possible. If a lot of my money goes towards it next month, because next month is obviously November, that is why. Travel, I'm going to be adding 75. My mom and I are actually going to be going to San Antonio really soon. Probably by the time I get this video edited and uploaded for you guys, we might be there. Not sure. And my mom is very kind, and she's basically paying for everything, but I am trying to pay for some. I was like, at least let me take over the Ubers. She said no, but I'm gonna try still. So I want to put a little bit of money in here just to make sure that I have enough money for that. And then also if I want to just use it as spending money, like if I go to any bookstores or things like that. So I'm putting 75. Renovations, I'm only going to put oh, did I subtract the 75? I don't think I did. Okay, something is off here already. I don't think I've been subtracting. Let me double check. All right, it's working out now. In renovations, I'm just gonna put the $28. This fund, we are renovating our home as we speak. As we live here and as we're renting to own, we have been renovating our house. And it is very expensive and not a lot of money is going into this area. The last time I checked in with you guys a year ago, my husband had a ton of debt technically on his Home Depot credit card because that's what he uses to do the renovations. He has actually paid it all off. He has held down the fort, you guys, without me doing the budget. I am so grateful for him. So because of that, we don't have debt, but we also don't really have money to spend right now on home renovations. But obviously the goal is to just slowly build that up over time. And if we end up putting more on the Home Depot credit card and going more into debt, this will just be used to pay off that debt. And then baby, I am not pregnant, and I'm honestly not planning on having any children until I can afford them, until I have a full-time job and I have insurance and all of that stuff. I'm not even thinking about having children right now. So I'm not putting anything in here. I know I should be saving up until then, but obviously this month it's just not gonna work out. Maybe next month. So this 91 cents, I'm just gonna leave for, actually, let me see. I'm gonna put 273 down here. And the 91 cents, like I mentioned, I'm going to leave in my buffer. So 91 cents is in our checking account buffer. So that should be everything. This is my zero-based October paycheck breakdown budget. These are all of our categories. It feels so good to have this done, you guys. You don't understand. But also very sad about how much money we are unable to save, that we have to put towards bills. Like, this is just insane. So hopefully we can get back on track with uploading. Like I mentioned, I'm hoping to upload 2 videos a month, one being this budget and the other being a cash stuffing, which will be coming out very shortly. I don't know my schedule yet, but I just wanted to get this done and up for you guys. So if you stuck with me, if you're one of my subscribers that is seeing this and you're surprised in your subscription box, please comment, because I will be so amazed if anyone is still around. But if you're new here, I hope to be more consistent this time. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for my cash stuffing, and I'll see you guys in my next video in November. Bye!